Alright, it's kind of a quick walkthrough of the new 18C software and what it looks like. This is the latest and greatest version that's out there. Go in here, take a look at the version. It's the 18C, 1837.1. So this was just installed today. Today's October 10th. And telematics software version. You see, check for updates. No software updates available. And the map update is the latest maps as well. So I can go into here, features. Navigation. Whoops. Let's go into the version of this still says 18B, so I know a lot of people are going into the navigation to check app version. So this app version now is different from the IPC overall update. So I wanted to show that where this says 2018B is different from the last thing. And now if I go into the maps, I just had the most recent maps installed in here as well. So I have version 8.30.88.155, which is the last update that came out about a week ago, which is the most current. I think it's a fourth quarter update. So as far as changes, it's got some new wallpapers now. When I did pick the car up, the wallpaper that it had was a bunch of trees, which I think is, you know, more the Velar look or Range Rover, because this is primarily going to the Range Rovers first. So trees back on it, and that's why when I picked the car up, that's the way it looked. You can still kind of see the blue and red and yellow background. I don't like that too much, so I went ahead and kind of looked at some other stuff that they had here. They're traditional, that old style one, some gray stuff, blue, got some red swirls, some different things, kind of like a leopard print, all black. This I thought was a carbon fiber. It looks cool on the screen, but in reality it's not. Here, I'll show you. Click this one. It looks kind of crazy. I'm not too thrilled with it, with the big squares and stuff. Go back. So, out of the ones I liked, I kind of like this blue one. Looks kind of cool. My default screen is my home screen. And so, if we go through some of the things, on the navigation you'll see this has changed. It used to be a checkered flag for the longest time. Now it's just a little circle with a magnifying glass. It kind of does the same thing. You tap it, it'll take you to search if you want to search for some things. So you can either type in a whole address, or if you push this little button over here that looks like a street sign, when you tap that, whoop, I tapped it too much. It'll bring up this screen, so it has, so you can put in city, straight, number if you want to go directly, or if you just want to type an address here. I usually just type in free-form address and hit search. So far it's always found what I'm looking for. On the phone, before it was just a single check your voicemail, so if you tap that, it'll call your voicemail. Now it has search for your contacts as well as your recent contacts. So when you touch those, it's going to bring up my most recent phone calls, and this will start doing just a search for my contacts. On the media, you used to have that single button in the center, which was a picture of a speaker, which you can mute. Now, there's no more mute button on here, so you used to be able to just tap it to mute. No, there's no more mute button, which I'm surprised. They added the button here, which gives you all your sources, which satellite, radio, my iPhone, online media. Online media will only show up if you activate your live account. You have to activate that first, then it'll show, which is the Intune and Deezer, which is online radio stations and other things, music. So you have to have a a Wi-Fi enabled car to get those. And then I'll go in here, go to sources, my radio. So I got radio playing. And then I also have a satellite. So if I plug in, if I go here, also this has the CarPlay, Android Auto, which is the big things. But this is not part of the 18C update. All this other stuff you're seeing is, but these two items aren't. This is part of a package called Smart Car Pack. So the only way to get these two items is to have 18C already loaded into your vehicle. Once it's loaded, then they can add this Smart Pack, smartphone Smart Pack, which adds these two options. And what that does is add these two and then push over contacts, I think it's voice onto this screen. Because this is an S, so I have dynamics and some other stuff. So there might be some stuff on here that you're seeing that you might not have, such as ambient lighting or the dynamics or some other stuff. So you need 18C. Once you get 18C, then you can say, hey, can you add the Smart Pack, which gives you these two items. So if I plug in my phone right now, it's going to launch, or it should launch. Nope. Shutting down. Okay. I'm not having the car running while I'm doing this. So now you have this. So now when I go back to my settings here and I go into, I have Apple CarPlay, online media, radio, and Sirius. So before it said Bluetooth. So now since I have the CarPlay, I can click CarPlay and it's going to start playing the music that's on my phone itself. So I can go back in here and look at my playlist, different type of songs I like, different type of music. Go back into here. And then you hit the Jaguar button to get back to here. So if I want to tap this again, it takes me right to it. There is a mute button. If I go into here, go into radio, it's right here. But which is weird is, music is playing, and if you hit that, the only way to turn it back on is you just tap the center screen, which I figured out. So I guess if you listen to music in the radio setting while you're doing this, and you want to hit mute, I guess you could. And when you do it, and when you want to go back, you tap it and it starts playing again. I just turned it down. The other thing I noticed about the 18C update is the stereo system is definitely louder than it was before and cleaner sounding. So now when I got in the car, I usually have it set to a certain, maybe like 10 or 12 or something. It depends on where I'm at, and I'll turn it up a little higher. As I turn up more, the car's a lot louder. So there must have been some other things that changed. And so far, everything I've noticed, it comes up a lot faster. Even though the 18B, or the original Phase 4 update, was fast, this seems faster. And I'm not sure if there's other things that they've done differently either. So I'll have to just kind of wait and see. I do notice, down here now, little CarPlay symbol. So it takes me right into CarPlay there as well. So that's kind of like a quick run through of some of the changes of the 18C update. I can do a full run through with what all these buttons do if people are interested, different things like that. But I just want to kind of show you what some of the new changes were. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. Leave some comments. As always, thank you for watching.